Happening, everybody? Been a while since you heard from me. I've been busy. I'm back to work and stuff, you know. Back to society, which is tricky to get used to. So, yeah, I'd much rather just live out in the woods and hike every day. But unfortunately, that takes money. So, I'm back here making money. That's what I gotta do. But, anyways, out here at Pine Knob County Park in LaGrange, Indiana, or Howe, Indiana, LaGrange County. And I figured I'd bring you guys my stats for the trail. And I shaved off my mohawk and my beard, so I figured I'd start the video out like this, so you're not looking at a complete stranger. Because I look different, that's for sure. I'll flip this thing around here in a minute and get to my first stat. So, yeah, Pine Knob County Park, LaGrange County, Indiana. So, it was referred to me by by my lumber guy from Big C Lumber, Matt Bontrager. I'll tell you what, I was out here 2 weekends ago and back out here again, so I must like it. It's also a archery trail, so you can walk this trail with your bow and arrow and shoot at stuff. So yeah, pretty cool park though. Yeah, that's where it came from. And that's where I'm going. So yeah, let me flip this thing around and get back to my stats. Alrighty guys, see, told you I cleaned up a little bit. And the only thing I really miss is my beard. I do miss my beard. Look, boardwalk. That's where it came from. That's where I'm going. Like I said, at Pine Knob County Park in LaGrange, Indiana. Doing my stats video. So, but a little thing about me since I've been back. I was gonna buy another house to flip, and then I decided against that. And I was gonna rent an apartment. I decided against that because if all goes as plans, end of February, I'll be going on my next adventure. So I'm not signing a lease and I'm not jumping into a flip house right away. So that's what it is. I ended up buying a camper, 2012 Coleman 27 footer, which is massive. I don't need that much room, but it's nice. It's bigger than my tent. And so yeah, I'm got a buddy of mine that let me park it on his property. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to live in this camper all winter long and see how it goes. And I'm a minimalist, so it shouldn't be that hard. Which brings me to my first stat, which is slack packing. I slack packed 0 times in 2012 and in 2018. I think, that's just my opinion, I think you should carry your gear all the way. And I never even slack packed up Katahdin, because once you leave all your stuff at the ranger station and slack pack up Katahdin, then that rules out any opportunity to do the Knife's Edge, because it'd be a logistical nightmare to get back to Katahdin Stream Campground and get your gear. So I take my gear wherever I go. That way, whatever happens, I'm ready for it. So yeah, 0 slack packs, baby. And I will never slack pack if I can help it. So that's just my take on it. Do with it what you will, but I don't slack pack. I take everything I need with me the whole entire way. So 0 slack packs in what, 4,400 miles. So yeah, I don't see the point. And I'm not walking southbound when I'm going northbound. So most slack packs, you're gonna walk southbound. Anyways, 0 slack packs. That's my first one. Alrighty guys, stat number 2, shelter stays. I only did 1 shelter stay, and that was at the Goddard Shelter in Vermont. It's pretty much right after we left the Long Trail. We hiked in the woods, started raining on us, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I ended up staying in one shelter. And I don't regret it. It wasn't bad. It would have been kind of cool to say I never stayed in a shelter on the Appalachian Trail, but one, that's not bad. The Goddard shelter in Vermont, only shelter I stayed at. So, number 2, baby. All right, everybody. So, Pine Knob County Park. Just want to give a shout out to Matt Bontrager. He's my Big C lumber guy. He recommended this little trail to me, and it's nice. I mean, there's no mountains, but it's Michigan. There are no mountains. Okay, so it's pretty neat. It's got swampland, got boardwalks, woods. There's no rocks and roots though, which makes it way different. Anyways, fun stat number 3 brings me to shoes. These are the Ultra King MTs. I wouldn't hike in those. A guy named Louie, or Wolf, I call him Louie. He was wearing these MT Ultra Kings, or Ultra MT Kings, and he was blowing them out in 2 days. So I don't know why anybody hiking the Ultra MT Kings or King MTs, but for ultras, I'm using Lone Peaks, baby, all the way. And I went through 4 pairs of Ultra Lone Peaks. So there it is, 4 pairs in 2012 and in 2018. I went through 4 pairs of shoes. So 4 must be the magic number. But can't say enough good things about Ultra Lone Peaks and darn tough socks, because I had 0 blisters. 0 blisters. Can you believe that? So shout out to Ultra Lone Peaks. That's my go-to shoe. So there it is, number 3. Alrighty, guys. So stat number 4 is about pain. Ooh, pain. There's pain out there every day. Just in different parts. You get new pains every day. Some go away, get new ones. Whatever, just something to deal with. So vitamin I, ibuprofen. It's a staple out there to most people. So my fun stat, number 4, comes to ibuprofen, vitamin I. I only took 2 ibuprofen on the whole trail, and that was for a headache in town. So I don't know. I don't see the point in ibuprofen. You're gonna be sore no matter what. So you hike 2,200 miles, you're gonna be sore. You hike anything over 100 miles, you're gonna be sore. So I just dealt with it. Soreness went away. And if you were sore in the morning, it'd go away by, I don't know, a mile or 2 in. Then your legs would be good again. So I never took ibuprofen. Just for a headache, that's it. So fun fact number 4, vitamin I intake 2, just for a headache. And that was in a town, because towns were crazy and they gave me headaches. So yeah, that's what it was. Alrighty, guys. So look at here. That's a cool little picnic table here area. I'm gonna sit down on this little bench and enjoy this view of the field, I guess. Taking a rest. So, bringing up fact number 5, or fun stat number 5. 0 days. I was a big fan of 0 days. I took 16 0 days. It's quite a bit, and I should have took more, because I loved my 0 days. Hanging out in little towns, checking out the small towns of America. Yeah, 0 days were great. I should have took more, but 16 is my number. So rest or 0 days, 16 of them. Alrighty, guys. Fun stat number 6 is marathons. 26.2 miles in one day is considered a marathon. So my marathon count was at 38. So I did 38 marathons, which is way more than I did in 2012. I think the weight on my back had a lot to do with it. I carried way less weight on my back this time. So fun fact 6 is marathons, 26.2 miles. I did 38 of those. So that's what it is. Alrighty, guys. Fun stat number 7. It brings me to 30-mile days. Okay. So 30s were huge out there. It's hard to get a 30 on the Appalachian Trail. I mean, people do it all the time, but you got to really want a 30. 30s don't come easy on any part of the trail. So 30s, like I say, I had quite a few, but they're not easy to come by. So you got to get up early. You got to walk long, and you can't be taking a bunch of breaks. That's what you got to do if you want 30s. Anyways, my 30 count was 19 30s. So I did 19 30s. So that's out of my marathons. So I did 38 marathons. 19 of those were over 30 miles. 30-mile days. So, and my biggest day ever was a 37.2 mile day going into Harper's Ferry. So yeah, that's what it is. 30s, they're brutal. Alrighty, guys. Check this boardwalk out. I've been on it for a minute too. It goes on and on and on, which is neat. Appalachian Trail ain't the only one's got boardwalks. Anyway, that's where I came from. And this woods right here is really thick. Can't even see in there. That's where I'm going. But there's this little side trail right here that's gonna take us out to this pond or lake or whatever. Pine Knob Lake, Pine Knob Pond. I'm not really sure. But it's pretty neat for Indiana and no mountains. Yeah, so there it is. Now it brings me to my numbers. On the Appalachian Trail, when you register at Amicalola Falls State Park, you get a number. Then you get a new number at Harper's Ferry, and you get your final number at Katahdin Stream Campground, right before you climb Katahdin. So my numbers this year, when I started at Amicalola Falls State Park in Georgia, I was hiker number 1,664, okay? So that was my number at Amicalola Falls. And I moseyed on up to Harper's Ferry, and my new number there was 307. So 1,664, 307, and then at Katahdin Stream Campground, right before I went up Katahdin, at Baxter State Park, I was 112. So starting number 1,664, starting number 1,664, halfway number 307, finishing number 112. So that's my numbers for 2018. In 2012, I was 305 at the start, 86 or 87 in the middle, and 98 or 99 at the end. I don't have all that information in front of me, but big change. So this year, 1,664, 307, and 112 to finish it off, baby. So, yep, there's my numbers.